So I was trying to make this thing work, the mistake I was getting, and then somehow I managed to make it work for this one. But the only issue is that I have no idea how I did that, or if I even do it, or if it was something else with the computer. And then I got this one to work, and then I was trying to run this one, and it didn't work. So I ended up passing the stuff from here to this one and creating this CSV with token address and exchange address for the tokens in Uniswap from the script I got from somewhere, I think Stack Overflow, about how to get data from Uniswap V1. But I think I'm gonna keep trying today. So this is the part for the script that I added here. I think I'm gonna keep trying to make this thing work because obviously there's a way to make it work. So yeah. I was trying these methods from the proxy manager and the pool manager. They both have a clear and close method. But then you need a pool object or something like that for the pool manager. And I didn't understand pretty well what that means. I think it's a proxy mistake. The problem is how do I get this object here from this memory address? Yeah, I need to figure out how to get this connection pools here. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things is going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you? The issue is that I feel like I already looked up everything related to this and I couldn't find any information about, besides the documentation, which is not really well explained. It's just pretty much the source code. There's no... oh yeah, and there's this recently used container which is part of this collections here and URL lib. So I guess this is where it gets, this is the class that is used to store pools. The other thing I could do is just use the information that I have, and maybe that's what I'm gonna do now, because I don't feel like looking this up now. I'm gonna have to, obviously, eventually, because I have to solve this, but for now, I think I'm gonna search for Uniswap V1 documentation. And I don't remember really well if this is from Uniswap, this information here, from Uniswap V1, or which version of Uniswap this is for. But I guess I'm gonna try the V1. Maybe the tokens are the same between the three, I'm not sure. The addresses. I think I'm gonna comment this other stuff that I put here. Oh yeah, and didn't put the balance. I can also do some methods for this address here as well. As far as I understand, this get balance gets the balance for the specific block, and it's not the whole history. But I think I'm gonna look it up how to get information from Uniswap coins. It's probably better for simulation than getting information about the address, because the coins I'm gonna be able to get the reserves, and with the reserves I think I want to do some simulation of the reserves varying through time, and then trying to connect this with the addresses that I have. So how do I do this? I think I have to find the smart contracts. And then I create an abstraction of this contract. Yeah, this is the contract address. The factory contract address. Oh, and I have the ABI, not sure. Should also move the ABI. And there we go. Alright, then I use this contract object to get I think I can go here to see the methods, maybe? Oh, probably not, because I'm accessing the contract on the chain and not on Python. At least I feel like it's good that this stuff happened here, because I learned a lot about URL lib and the way that it works with the requests. So it's not a complete waste of time, I think. At least I'm learning something, and the way that Python works behind the scenes. It is annoying though to have to deal with this type of stuff. Maybe we should search for how to get the reserves out of Uniswap V1. This was the one that I think I got in the data frame there. There was around 3,888, something like that, tokens. Yeah, I think instead of looking at the documentation, I'm just gonna look up directly. Interesting. So I can just use this one, probably. And then exchange address. So I don't even need this one. So I just loop through the uni. And then I'm gonna be running from this file, so 2 dots, data. A CSV. And then exchange address for exchange. Oops. I think I'm gonna add to the same data frame, maybe. I have to see how to add to the column, because I know how to write rows, but I don't know how to create a new column. So I think I'm gonna do a copy of this one before I do that, in case I mess this up, so I don't have to run the other script again. It's better to just do this through the file thing. There we go. So I have to see, I'm gonna run this first, then I have to see how to add to the, I wanna add as a new column in this one. I guess I just do the column, the name of the column, and then, yeah. And then just pass the list with this stuff. So I'm gonna run again because I know if it fails because I had the file open, probably not, but then. Also this one is on the root, so it's just 1 dot, I think. Okay, works. Yeah, but the issue with this is that I don't know which one is the token. I guess it's the reserves for the pool based on these addresses. I have the token address and I have the exchange. How do I get the name though? That's the thing. And maybe a better way is to create another data frame. I just didn't want to create more data frames. But if I'm gonna extract a bunch of information, it might be better to create another data frame and then merge the new one with the older one. So what's the difference between this one and this one? So this is the reserve associated with the token, and this is the total reserve of the pool, I think. So I'm also gonna put this one here. I'm gonna create a new data frame, I think it's better. But then I need the token contract. So how do I get the ABI? So I have the address, but I'm gonna need the ABI, I think. I actually need to put this inside of the loop, I think. I don't know if this works only with the address, probably not. Oh yeah, and this is just the exchange address. So I can use iLock to get the other information. Or just a lock doesn't work because I need the numbers, I think. And this is gonna get the info. Oh, I'm changing the wrong one. Oops. Not this one that I have. And I think I need the ABI as well, so probably... Yeah, the biggest issue is this API thing. ABI. So you can't get the ABI from the factory contract. Let me think. I should probably write it down as well, the kind of information that I want, so I know what to look for before I even do anything. Oh, I can use the remix thing as well. Now I remember that I looked this up. I can compile with remix and then get the ABI for each address that way. Then I need to code something. I'm probably gonna have to study Solidity or use the playwright code generation stuff to do that. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna need Windows subsystem for Linux. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do that from the factory contract. That's the thing. I might just do that, the remix thing. Figure out how to create some automation that opens remix, copies that, puts the address there, and gets the. And then the problem is I probably have to use Scrapey as well to get the ABI and DM. And then it might be just too difficult. How would I do that? That's the point, I think. Because if I have to manually look it up, all the endpoints for the ABIs now, it doesn't make sense. Maybe there is an easier way to do this. I don't understand if they telling me to copy the address then. It doesn't make sense if it's just the address. I don't know the versions really well. I'll put just any version that I think can work. Maybe 6. I think I should put this as well.
The outer limits of our solar system.
Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, this thing doesn't work. Oh, do I have to put? I forgot. No, it doesn't look like I have. Oh, I need to put contracts here. That's the thing. Expected identifier. So maybe the constructor.
Give me all of your desire. I wanna take it right there. I really wanna know why you just won't give me all of your desire. I wanna take it right there. Let me take it right there. Oh, won't you give me all of your desire? I wanna take it right there. Let me take you right there. You just won't give me.
Oh, I can get the name from the contract.
I wanna take you right there. Let me take you right there.
Yeah, the only thing missing is the API.
I wanna take you right there. Let me take you right there.
So maybe I'll create a file called. I'm gonna try it out because why not? So I'm gonna copy this stuff here.
I wanna take you right there. Let me take you right there.
What can I do? Oh, I need big number. So I think this is the method that is equivalent. It's another method, so I'm not really sure.
Taking me deeper, getting me higher,
It's probably that one.
making me stronger, stronger when I'm with you. Only you inspire my burning fire.
But then it doesn't take arguments.
Taking me deeper.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to use this. It's better, easier to search. So maybe just this. I'm gonna leave it here because it doesn't really matter that much. So I think this is the information that I want to get. So I have the reserve. So it looks like the most important is probably the token contract. So it should be doing the other way around, I think. Where I look through the token addresses and then I use the other one for the exchange. It's gonna be V. And then here is gonna be this. So after I have the ABI, which I think I can use that one that I talked about. I want to put it on data as well. And I create this token contract, then use that to get the reserve, the decimal, the balance, the adjusted balance, the name and the symbol. And then I create a different data frame, and I think I'm gonna append the information from this one in the right of the other one, because it makes more sense, I think. Yeah, first the name, then the symbol. Or maybe I'll have to do a combination of that. Because I think it would be better if the name, the symbol, then the address. It probably doesn't matter that much because I'm not gonna be doing anything manually as well. I'm just gonna be using that to get the information and put it in the animation. Yeah, so I'm gonna have the reserves. So another thing that I need to think about is historical reserve values and historical price. I'm not sure if that's possible to get. An historical token balance. Historical token balance. Because I don't want to get just the ones from now. I want to get the movement of the price and the reserves. So that's the other thing that I have to look. So here I'm gonna create the ERC20 ABI stuff. And the problem is this ABI is just for these functions. So if I want other ones, I'll have to see how to put the other ones. I'm gonna try first Then I'm gonna use JSON downloads. I'm sure maybe JSON downloads better. I have to import this. So apparently there's a problem. Oh, I have to open the file first and then use JSON download. Yeah, then I use this one here. And the contract address is gonna be this. Which pass this here. Maybe I should change the name. I think here I could just do it like this instead. I think because I got this from JS, it's probably gonna be different.
Dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion,
Let's try the functions.
staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow.
I'm gonna leave it like this
With the motion,
and see if it works.
following the light that sets me free.
I think I have to do the same for these ones. You can see how it was done on the other one. Yeah, functions, then the name of the function. Then I have to put call at the end. I think that's all I have to do. And then I have to search for how to get the historical values and historical price. If it is even possible. I think it should be, because probably they thought about this when they were making this. Because any centralized exchange has the historical prices. And obviously you're gonna have access to this anyway through the exchanges in the blocks. which is accessible to everyone, so I don't see why they wouldn't make it available. So let me run this and see if it works or if it breaks. And so this one, oh, I have to use the lock, but then can I use this, the number? Because I can't put the name of the column here if I use that lock. But I wonder if I can use the number in the other one. I think it's the same thing. No, it's this one. I think I'm just gonna print this to see if it's not the one that is breaking. Yeah, so this one works. Let me see if it's the same. Oh, it's the reserve I don't have here. I can just print this one. But then it's gonna break the other ones. There we go. Yeah, so it is the correct one. Okay. So I think I'm gathering a problem with some of this. It's probably the functions that are not. It's this one. Bad function call output. Cannot transact with call contract function correctly in chain synced. So it might be because of the ABI, probably. Because it creates the contract abstraction, but because it's not the correct ABI, it's the viewed as the wrong contract, I think. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to see if I can do something. First, I need to understand how to get the ABI from the remix. What steps does it take to do that? Then I have to see if I can automate that and use Scrapy and Playwright. The issue is that I'm not really familiar with Scrapy and Playwright. I know how to do the basic stuff, but if it's more complicated, then it might be just too much time spending trying to figure that out. Because I will probably need to perform some actions here, then deploy the contract, then click somewhere, get the ABI, and do this for in a loop with all the addresses that I have. But I think it might be something that is good to do, just to learn and get practice. There isn't a lot out there about Scrapy and Playwright on how to extract data. Besides the simple stuff with just getting information from one page or from static pages. On the other thing I have to look is how to get the historical balance. Just the same methods. If I'm gonna use the addresses from the blocks, then I have to see from the transactions in the block, I have to see how can I associate that address with these exchanges. That's the issue there. Because I can have the transactions from the addresses, but if I don't know what the addresses are, if I can't classify them somehow, then it becomes a lot harder to make something out of it. Because it can be just random transactions between people or anything else. And I can't really see the connection with specific companies. No, you can just there are probably methods in the contract. I don't know if methods on the contract, but methods on the Web3, I think. Yeah, I think I can look up the methods that I can use with Web3, and there are probably methods to search for the transactions based on the address. And those methods will allow me to retrieve all the transactions from that address. And then I can use that as the information to know the balance, the historical fluctuations. Yeah, and then I can use these other contract abstractions here for do the same thing for the historical fluctuation of the reserves. I use these two contracts here to do that. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. First I have to make sure if there is a way to get it. So I think the main priority is the API, The other one doesn't seem that... It might be difficult, but I think it's just secondary because without the ABI you can't do anything. They go bread back. I think I know what I'm gonna do once I have the ABI. I'm gonna... When I'm able to do this contract here, I'm going to create another data frame. I think this information I'm gonna put it in the same data frame as the token addresses one. And then for the fluctuations on reserves, for the prices, yeah, I'm probably gonna be able to get the transactions. So whatever, it's not gonna be the prices because the reserve is not equal to the price. The reserve is equal to the derivative of the price formula for the exchange, which is when the derivative is equal to 0, which is the point in the curve. But I'm gonna be able to probably get the fluctuation in the token price, the token. Not sure if it's price or not, but the amount on this contract and on this one that has the reserves. So I'm gonna do 2 separate data frames, one for the fluctuations for the historical on this one, another one for the historical on this one. And the column names are gonna be the token names from this thing. If this works. Should be ads contract. There from this address. Maybe we can just copy the ABI from one of them, and it's gonna work for all the others. I think I'm gonna do that. There's can. I'm gonna put search for one of these addresses. So I'm using the use on this one. Can just get this one. This might be a good idea. Let's see if it works. Or maybe I'm using the wrong thing, the wrong function, because this one is get balance. So maybe I need to use but then for the other ones, how I'm gonna do it? I think I can look at this one as well. It looks like the contract is working and is failing on the line 70, which is this one. But But for this, I think I can use this get balance Web3, and then it's just the address. But I want to use the contract. And this is the same as this one. Just realized now. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna erase this one, leave this one. Let me print the contracts just to make sure. I'm not sure exactly what the contract is supposed to be. It's probably a Web3 object. Contract object. So I'm not sure if I can verify if it is the contract that I'm actually trying to access. I don't see why it wouldn't be, because the address is probably what matters the most, but the ABI might be interfering with the function calls then. Let me run this and see if it's gonna stop now, because I changed the line where the balance. Yeah, so now it's failing on this one. So it's probably the way that I'm calling these functions here. Change this music. So I think what I have to search for is how to get the balance, the decimals. Web3 Python. Also have the documentation here, I think. Object express the following properties and methods to interact with the RPC API under the if namespace. Often when a property... the thing is, I wonder if I can use this library to get the... is it a return specific library which now defaults to type 2 transactions network. BSC apparently does not support these newer transaction types. When which is opened, it seems BSC transactions must include gas price but not type. Also, I think this works for BSC. It's just a different way to get the information. Because that's the question I was gonna ask now. Is can I use this Web3 Python to interact with other protocols or just Ethereum? But I think it works on the other ones as long as the RPC provider you're getting is the correct link for the protocol you're trying to get information from. The Web3 object exposes the following properties and methods to interact with the RPC APIs under the namespace. The method returns a mapping of key to values. It will return an attribute dict, which acts like a dict, but you can access the keys as attributes and can modify. Ethereum address that will be used as the default from address for all transactions. Default block, syncing Coinbase, mining, hash rate, gas price. But I think this doesn't, or maybe if I go in the contracts here is better. If address is provided, then this method will return an instance of the contract defined by ABI. The address may be a checksum string or this thing. Okay, so this if.contract is the one that I'm using here. And then here I'm using get balance directly with the address. And because this is the reserve for the exchange, I think. So it probably should change the name. If reserve. Don't think. Exchange reserve. Because I'm thinking now if I should do the same for the reserve. And I should probably do the same thing for reserve instead of doing like this. Whatever I'm gonna do here. Yeah, but then I should get the ABI for the reserves. So maybe I can do the same thing that I did for the other one. It's just because it's probably gonna be similar. Then I can just go to the contract. And I can do UC20, no, maybe Uniswap reserves ABI.
When I was 7, my father said, fashion fades, but beauty is eternal.
Yeah, then I copy this one
Elegance is elimination. Blue is
here,
language.
change the name,
Love and obsession is separated by a thin line,
and swap reserve ABI.
and that line is infatuation.
Reserve API. And then I copy this one. Reserve contract.
Looks like blue must be your color. Love the way you wear that dress. Even though your hair's a mess, she said it is.
And then in the address I would need to put this.
Only questions, can you hang? Will you come and entertain?
On the API I put reserve API. I wanna break here and see if it works before I do the other stuff, so it doesn't break. Yeah, the biggest issue with doing like this is that I'm not sure if the API is gonna be the correct one to extract the other stuff. And then I'm just gonna copy the method for the other one. Balance on. And here I'm gonna change the token balance.
Told me she was from Morocco, by the way of South Chicago. Graduated in the Bay, had her birthday in LA.
Because I'm gonna do all the same methods for the reserve that I'm gonna do for the contracts. Think about this. Yeah, I think I can put it on the same, because I was thinking I might have to do one data frame for each token, but that doesn't make sense at all. But I don't have to do that because I can just put on the same CSV there and then just make each one as a column on the CSV. But then I'm gonna have to, it might be better to create a new one actually. Yeah, create a new one and then yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that after I do this. So that is structured in the correct way with the token information first and the reserve all together, so it's easier to look it up if I want to. But then I can do, yeah, I think I'm gonna copy. Well, first I'm gonna see how to make these ones work, and then once I do that, then I can copy and do the same thing for the reserve contract and just change the names. And maybe I should change this just so I don't have any problems here, because this might be coming from this one. Yeah, let me see. Okay, so it doesn't break at least. And this decimal seems to be... So I think I received the address, I received the balance when I make the call in Gwei or something like that, or Wei. And then you have to convert. So how to convert contract balance for standard units or scale in Python. Okay. Web3 show way. So maybe I just erase this one. Token balance. Right there. And it's probably better. I'm just gonna trust this one for now. each token will have a total supply, which represents the total number of tokens. We're gonna set up Javit decimals, they're all total supply, turn back on. Also, it should be contract.functions.name.call, which is not good because it means I'm probably doing something wrong with the API. Or maybe what I should do is test with one specific ones first and see if it works. Contract functions balance off the address and calls the decimals. Or it's 10 to the power of. But I think it's not necessary probably, because I just want the number and then I can convert it later. It's not necessary to do this. Yeah, but I think I'm calling it the correct way here. That's the issue, because it probably means that what's wrong here is the API or the contract abstraction.
Je crois que je poursuis un rêve impossible. Je pense que ça marchera pas, mais j'y ai cru quand même. Je nous revois, je revois tes yeux, je revois ta
So I
bouche.
think what I'm gonna do is
Je revois tes
test
cheveux, ton
contract,
visage.
not
Et
JSON.
je me demande si toi aussi t'y penses. Je me demande si toi aussi tu me revois.
And I'm
quand
gonna
tu fermes
get
les yeux et
this
quand tu
one
rêves.
for the address.
C'est un rêve impossible.
Well, first I'm gonna
Tu m'avais dans la paume de
get
ta main,
the-
tout ce que t'avais à faire, c'est de me dire de rester. Mais t'es parti. Et t'es revenu.
I'm gonna
Et
get
puis
the
t'es
API.
reparti. Et puis t'es revenu. Encore et encore. Et à chaque fois, c'est la même chose.
Okay, so the API is here. Then I'm gonna replace this for. I maybe should create a new one.
Tout ce que t'avais à faire, c'est de me dire de rester. Et je serais restée. Je serais
Comment
restée
this
pour
one
toujours.
out?
Toujours avec toi.
Copy this, put here.
Alors pourquoi t'es parti? Pourquoi tu m'as laissé? Ça va nous échapper entre les doigts et un jour ou l'autre, de toute
And
façon,
then,
tout ça, ça va s'arrêter.
okay, so what's wrong here? What's the problem with this one?
Life is all about you, and not at all about you.
Oh, I think it's just pie chart,
Both of them are true.
because this one gets the same one, but it works.
Everything
So.
you choose to do, while observing
And then I'm gonna copy
experience
this.
your habit from a higher view. See, it's the
Test
question, not
contracts.
the answer that's the higher view. Otherwise, you couldn't differentiate between
File
the two.
3,
Awareness, but of
testing.
who? You think you hurt me, but I promise I was letting you. They say we're all one, but where have we been heading to? I'd rather die free than have to live inside a petting zoo. I am the journey that I'm getting to.
And then I'm gonna get the API from here. I just wanna see if with this specific one is gonna work or not. It looks like it works. So the problem is probably the API. So I'm gonna have to see how to get these APIs, and I'm probably gonna have to put them all in a file, and then I'm gonna have to, it's gonna be very difficult actually, because I'm gonna have to connect each API with each address in the file, and then I'm gonna have to look up the API from the address each time on this inside this loop, so I can get the contract abstraction. But on the positive side, at least it works. It seems like it's working because it didn't break.
Gratitude is my destination. My destiny is perfectly aligned.
So the first thing that I have to do is figure out if I can use the remix compiler or some other compilation method with the address to get the API. Or if I can do just with the address and not using the API at all to get the other information.
The moon is only bright as it reflects the sun's shine.
But I think I do need the API. I think last resort is just try to do the remix. I don't even know how to do that, but to compile the contract on remix, like I saw on some of these forums or this.
It's not the human race. It's just the human race.
But I don't want to use this.
We do not run this place. But
There's scan
medicine
API.
and poison's an acquired taste. So I started taking selfies of somebody else's face.
Swap the if address in the 0 URL for your and he presses the so 0 well, so it doesn't exist.
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up, don't you know?
Yeah, but I want to know how Etherscan can get the API. Because the problem with using Etherscan is that it's a bottleneck. Because they don't want to pay for their API. Maybe there is a way to get the information without using the API. just like I was doing before on this one with get balance, and just using the address, because that would be a lot easier. So I think I'm gonna first look at the methods in the Web3 Python that don't require the contract. I think I'll be right back. Once you get the transaction, you need a transaction hash. It's not yet been mined, throws. So So how do we get the transaction hash?
You can believe in me. So take down your guard. The things I could do, we can build from the start. Will you trust in me? Ooh, nah.
I don't think it's gonna be a way to get the information from the contract without. Well, looks like this is still running. So I think it's safe to assume that it's not gonna break. I'm thinking I might have to use Brownie, which is a Python library for deploying smart contracts, to get the ABI.
When the mood is right and the moon is bright, we can give ourselves to the wild. Give it up to the wild. Out. When we wake up from this high and you're by my side, look in my eyes, we can start a whole new life. A whole new life. So take down your guard. The things I could do, we can build from the start. Will you trust in me? Ooh, nah.
Yeah, defined by ABI.
Tell me how you do it, do it. What you want some right now? Tell me how you do it, do it. What you want some right now? Tell me how you do it.
It's goddamn ABI.
Do it, do it.
I'm just gonna look a little bit more on this to see if there's anything that looks like can give me the information without having to figure out the ABI stuff. Because the ABI is gonna be difficult to get. It doesn't look like I'm gonna find anything. So I'm just gonna see how to get the ABI.
Something in the night is calling me, yeah. Saying, get up, get up, get up, get up. Something in the distance is creeping. Closer, 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 closer. We feel the love and we are not ashamed. We feel the love and we are not ashamed. I'm a to my nakedness, cause I'm walking on the beat, yeah. Walking on the beat, yeah. Walking on the beat, yeah. I'm awakened to my nakedness, cause I'm walking on the beat, yeah. Walking on the beat.
ABI is generated from the source code, but if you know what the functions are, you can create the ABI yourself. The ABI of a contract stands for the application binary interface and just defines how to interact with a smart contract. I wonder how other people do it. That's the thing. Because definitely they are not getting the. Maybe we should look up the simple arbitrage bot again. And this is the physics project that the course that I was doing. Because I remember that they have some functions here to get the, but I don't think they're getting the information that I want to get. That's the thing. Evaluate markets. Yeah, the thing is they get directly, well, they're using TypeScript, so. You just took get tokens in, get tokens out. So they're just calling based on the token address. You don't have the ABI, I think. And that's just the ABI from the factory address, I think. Just not what I want. I think I was on this one. No. Evaluate markets. Yeah, so as far as I understand, they're not getting the information that I wanna get. That's why. They're just getting the current price. And they're using the address. Which was the thing that I was doing there for the reserve with the get balance, but it's not all the information. Could be that I don't understand what they're doing, but yeah. For example, maybe you don't know what the source code of contract is, but you know it has a transfer function. You can make the ABI as little as yeah, but the thing is, if that was the case, the other ones would be working. The other times that I did this. Because the issue is all the contracts will have to have the same functions. I don't think token address is the problem. Because, yeah. That should be the API. And it's interesting that the reserve works. And they just got the... But I think for the reserve is different because I'm getting the exchange. The API for the exchange address. And then they're gonna be all the same. Because it's the same exchange. And then it just changes the address. When you change the address, you change the information you get for the calls, I think. But the token is different because each token has a different API. So maybe if I stop this, try again with the testing. Yeah, I'm gonna see if this one works. It shouldn't work because, yeah, I think I already tried this, but... Yeah, it doesn't work.
Je crois que je poursuis un rêve impossible. Je pense que ça marchera pas, mais
Maybe it doesn't work because of the address. No, but if it didn't work because of the address, then
je revois ta bouche,
it would fail when I had the
tes
other...
cheveux, ton visage.
Oh no, actually no, because I was using a specific address.
Je me demande si toi aussi tu me revois quand tu fermes les yeux et quand tu rêves. C'est un rêve impossible. Tu m'avais dans la paume de ta main, tout ce que t'avais à faire, c'est de me dire de rester.
But the thing is, it's not failing on this line.
Mais t'es parti, et t'es revenu, et puis t'es reparti, et puis t'es revenu.
It fails on
Encore,
this one.
encore. Et à chaque fois, c'est la même chose.
So maybe I should try accept block here. Just to see. If it's one address or all of them.
Je serais restée pour toujours, toujours avec toi. Alors pourquoi t'es parti? Pourquoi tu m'as laissé? Ça va nous échapper entre les doigts et un jour ou l'autre, de toute façon, tout ça, ça va s'arrêter.
Ah, there we go. So it works. So the issue is just the first address. Ah. So now I'm gonna do with the API and see, so I can delete the other file. It's probably gonna work because it's the same thing, I think. Here is C20 API. So it's just the first address that it doesn't work. Probably because it doesn't exist, or it was a mistake when I was getting the addresses. Okay, cool. So yeah, now I think I can do the same thing for the other one. So here I think I also wanna put this here and take it off here. I'm gonna delete this file. Take this off here. So the other thing you should do probably is get the token decimal, print this stuff that I have here. To see if it makes sense. Then once I do that, I think okay, this one makes sense. Then I'm gonna do the same functions for the reserve contract. And then I'm gonna think about how to structure. Okay, so it looks like it works. Adjusted balance. I could put these ones in the same line actually. See the difference. Yeah, maybe the adjusted balance is not working. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And it's important to think about that before. Before I put everything in data frames. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going the other way around, where I'm just putting a bunch of zeros. So it's multiplying. 2 hex, 2 times. So maybe it is two-way, but I need to put past another thing. I think this is way or from way, maybe I should do. Let's see if this works. Yeah, now it seems to make more sense. Let's see. 5 times. Yeah, that makes sense. $2 million. Yeah, I think that's correct. So I'm receiving in way, and then I'm converting to Ether on the adjusted balance. Oh, I can also do this one on the same line. And then I can check on the Ether scan to see if it makes sense. That's the problem. So I can do a hex here, maybe. And then I have to probably do the same thing for the symbol. And it still doesn't work. Yeah, maybe if I convert to string, it's not gonna work as well. Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna have to do this, thankfully, to get the ABI. Maybe for the BEP, for Binance Smart Chain, I'm gonna have to do this, or for the other protocols to find the API, but I'll do that if it's necessary. I should get the name of the token with contracts. Maybe I can do the documentation. Empty Python docs. Here. Methods. But then it's gonna depend on the functions, so it might be better to just search.
Let me tell her now, baby. We gon' sip on this wine. Let me touch you. I can feel your heart racing in the morning light. Let's go one more time. One more time. Let me tell her now, baby.
Ocean pool.
We gon' sip on this wine. Let me touch you. I can feel your heart racing in the morning light. Let's go one more time. I'm addicted to the life I choose, but I'm into you, I'll commit to you. Help me numb the pain of feeling recluse. Girl, you know what to do, I'll commit to you. I'm addicted to
I think I closed the one that I got this information from. Maybe we should take it off Python from the search. Just search in general and then figure out how to convert. I think I'm gonna do type here, see if it works. I'm not sure if that's the way to get a type. Maybe I should do the other way. Byte subject has no attribute type, so it comes in bytes. I think it's like this, maybe. Get a type. Class bytes. So the question is how to convert bytes to string. Bytes to string in Python. Maybe we can just use string. In this example, we will be using the map function to convert a byte to a string without using the prefix b. I can just use this.
All about you, and not at all about you. Now that's possess two opposing thoughts, and yet both of them are true. How can you experience everything you choose to do while observing the experience you're having from a higher view? See, it's the question, not the answer, that's the higher view.
I don't understand
Otherwise,
this.
you differentiate between the two. Awareness, but of who? You think you hurt me, but I promise.
This example will be using the decode function. The function is used to convert from the encoding scheme in which the argument stream is encoded to the desired encoding scheme. This works just opposite to the encode. Let us look at the example for understanding the concept in detail. So this print string. So the first one is bytes. Then it just does decode. So just decode, I think. Let's see if it works. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if I'm getting the name now. Yeah, that's the issue. You can't decode on all of them.
Gratitude is my destination. My destiny is perfect.
So maybe I need to look up some other method.
So I travel back.
But if I can't find it, then obviously I'm gonna have to use this one.
Because my imagination is mine. But mine is not enough for me. Because I am
I
not
can also put it as binary on the thing.
get to see I'm truly blind. I could be
Only
it
the
all,
proxy can
but
call.
all identity is intertwined. The moon is only bright because it reflects the sun's shine.
Yeah, I'm not worried if I can't get all of them, obviously. Yeah. Just getting enough is... at least is better than getting nothing. Yeah, so decode works for some of them, but for some it doesn't work. I think I'm gonna spend time trying to figure out a better method. What if I don't put call as well? Wonder what's gonna happen. Yeah, getting the same thing. Oh, maybe it's because this is coming with these backslashes here,
It's not the human race.
that it doesn't
It's just
convert
the human
as well.
race. There's nothing left to chase. We do not run this place. But both medicine and poison's an acquired taste.
Let me
So I
see
started
something.
taking selfies of somebody else's face.
We're on our own. Somehow we found a way to speak. I got some time.
Obviously here I'll put the code, but I think I'm gonna spend time trying to figure out a better way to convert.
It's not my game. Yeah, right. You know I'm gonna take you back and make you mine.
And you can also look at the source code of this.
I'm there. I'm by your side and you're
I'm not sure which one. Yeah, so it's not gonna work because PyCharm doesn't show the source code for the Python library stuff.
feel good and make you mine.
And maybe there is the issue that some information is lost. Could be the case as well. When you're getting from binary to... like it's impossible to recover or something like that. And so the symbol is the same thing. It works on the initial ones. Oh, actually it doesn't work, I think. I think it only works on these ones because these ones have the explicit name before the conversion. I can do this, just see.
It's never too late if we know what we're looking for. You need a little conversation and some good vibrations headed.
Yeah, so the ones that work are the ones that have this thing here. So it is actually not working. That's the thing. Maybe yeah, it might be a problem with the function call actually. Because I think I get this response whenever there isn't a name. But there should be a way to do this, I think. I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget after making functions. Okay. The same for reserve. So after I decode this stuff or I figure this out, then I'm gonna copy this and do the same thing for the reserve, change the names. Then think about launcher structure, CSV. I think I'm gonna put all of this stuff on the same CSV, just a matter of thinking about the columns and how I'm gonna structure things so that they are aligned in the correct way. And then I'm gonna use what I'm gonna use. Oh, I think I'm gonna use the contracts, yeah, to get the transactions from Web3. But the problem is I'm probably gonna have to use... I'm probably gonna need the transaction hash, so I'm also gonna have to see how to get that. Yeah, I have to see if there's a way to get the... I think it might be possible also to get the balance based on the block number. But then the issue is that I'm gonna have to loop through a bunch of blocks and it's gonna take too long. Ideally, I would be able to get it just from the blocks that it has transactions on. But I think about that later, I think. So I can just use string. So let me try this one. It have dates. Yeah, same thing. So I suspect the issue is not decoding, is the way that I'm getting the information. This function is used to decode the binary string to number form. So I guess I'm gonna search for what you get contracts name. Returns token name. I think I'm gonna look in data scan and see the functions on the contract, on one of the contracts, and try to think about from the functions how I can get the name. Maybe if I can get it through the constructor or something like that. Maybe they're gonna have and that's on each contract, this information. And I think that's a good idea. So I'm gonna take a random one. And I'm gonna have to think about the same thing when I'm doing for the reserve contract. And this is the source code. I think most of them should have something that says the name, because it makes sense. This is just libraries, I think.
Open up your mind. Open up your heart. Open up your soul. Open up your eyes.
Infatuation is her main tactic. She like to make you doubt it. Say what you want about it. Keep pushing us to celebration. Flash around actions. We're all so blinded by it. These lights are fake around us.
So it has symbol and decimals. Yeah, the thing is, I think I'm already getting that by the function calls I'm making. Bytes 32, that's the thing.
Open up your mind. Open up your heart.
Maybe it's because the ABI that I'm using could be as well.
Open up your eyes.
But I don't think it's that, because the ABI just tells the structure.
Open up your heart.
Yeah, the API just tells the type and the name for the functions. And here I'm already getting name and symbol. That's the thing. Yeah, but it could be the API actually, now that I think about it, because some of these contracts might have a different format for the symbol and the name. And then the API, if I put the same API, is gonna have the wrong format. Which means that things gonna be different there. But it seems to be... just look at one, but I think it is probably the standard. Choose bytes 32 for this. And some of them might not have the name as well on the contract. But I think most of them should have the symbol. So the symbol should be working. I can also try to split, to turn this into a list. Oh, actually, I need to join or to split based on the pattern that I want. Which is this one. I don't get this one. Actually, I'm gonna have to do it here, so... My idea is to split based on this pattern and then translate based on that. Bytes like object is required, not string. Yeah, I don't understand what this means. Because this, even if I split by this pattern here, I'm still getting the same value for the other ones, which is gonna translate in the same string probably. And maybe I should let it run for a while to see how most of them are structured. Because I think the problem is the way that I'm getting It can be both. It can be the way that I'm getting the information and the way that I'm converting. So this is the BNB. A string public name, string public symbol. So that's the thing. Some of them is a string and some of them is binary. So that might be the issue. Might be the issue on the API. So obviously what I can do is create another API. Create another file with another API and test for the same contract and see if they return different things. And then I just have to see if I'm getting the correct field, because I don't understand the API really well. But I don't think that matters that much as long as I get the correct information for the one. Yeah, most of them have the same format. And this was empty. So let me see the API that I'm using. Yeah, name, type. Maybe I can put on this one the same file, I think. Oops. Oh, I need to put comma, I think. Here. Well, maybe not. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I probably need to put both of them inside of a list. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so here is string. So I guess what I can do is also actually put them on a dictionary. That's a good idea. Alright. And then here I put binary. And then here I put ST. I can't do this. Oh, it has to be like this because it's a JSON file. Yeah, that way. Yeah, but then how am I gonna check? Oh, I think I can do this for now. Just to see if it's gonna be anything different. So I'm just gonna do the call. And then here I'm gonna have to change, that's the thing. So I'm loading from this one, and it's gonna be ping. And this is, I'm gonna change on the other one. Let's see if it works. So I'm gonna take a picture, I'm gonna let it run for a bunch of them, take a picture and then change to a string there. And see if I get a different result.
You'll never be my hometown girl. There's nothing like her in this world. I'm tired of the get around girl. Ain't nothing like my hometown girl.
Yeah, I think that's enough. OST. Oh, almost forgot to take the picture. Am I decoding? Python int to large convert to C size T. Huh. But I'm not decoding. Oh, it's because of this one. So let me take this off. Because it's probably hitting the exception here. Interesting. Now it works for the ones that are strings, and for the binary ones it doesn't. Huh. Nice. So now I have to think how I'm gonna put the logic to... I guess I can check for the type. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah, but then I need to... Oh, I can make string as the standard, and then I can check for the type, and then if the type is not string, then I convert. Yeah, if the type's not string, I make the contract, I make another contract, and I make another call. That's what I'm gonna do. So I start with the string, and then I make a check here to see if the token name... what's the type of the token name? And then if the type isn't a string, if the type is binary, then I create another contract, and I make token name equals to that. And now I make token name equals to this one here. Yeah. So if type is different than string, I think that's how I should put it. Then I do this, and true equals. Else token name just this. And then I do the same thing for this one. Actually, this and symbol, and code. Or actually, I need to create another contract as well. Forgot about that. Yeah, that's the thing. It starts getting confusing here. Yeah, so I make another contract. Pin. I think I'm gonna put it like this just so I don't get confused. And probably should make some comments as well. The name is not a string. Use the binary API as the contracts. Symbol, not a string. And use the binary as the contracts and converts to a string. So don't need to save this. So if the name, oh no, symbol, yeah, it's correct. So if the name is not, if the type of the name is not a string, it means it's binary. So I create a different contract and token name equals the token contract true. I just realized I shouldn't do this, and this should be just a contract here. And it's gonna be, yeah, this one is correct. So if it's not a string, I make another contract for the with binary API version. Then I encode that. Oh, it's not. It's decode, I think. Decode. I also just use the other contract, the first one, which is a string, and then I don't need to do anything. And for the symbol, the same thing. Yeah, let me think. That's correct. And the only thing that I have to make sure is that the type. Yeah, this is what I was gonna check. Just see what this actually returns. And then in the case it is binary, I'm probably gonna have to get only the first letters, because otherwise it's gonna give me the other stuff that doesn't matter. But I think I can call like this. So it's not working because this check here is not correct. So I have to see. Yeah, I'm gonna comment this out first. And then I'm just gonna print this. So how to check, because it's class string. I'll be right back. Check if an object is a string type or a subclass of string type. Because both string and Unicode are subclasses of base string. So I just use isInstance. If not, is instance. Or maybe I should just do the string as well. Here is gonna be the same thing. Doesn't work. So another thing that I'm gonna try is to do the other way that I was doing, but use string instead of the string. Let's see. So this one I forgot to put the contract. I think now it should work, probably. It's too large to convert to C size thing. So probably the way that I'm converting, I'm gonna erase this. I'm using the wrong conversion. So if it isn't string, I use this other contract. I always use this binary decode. I can just use the string conversion there. I think I'm gonna test this one, which is string. TF8. Why is it not working now, but it was working before? So weird. Must be the contract. Python int too large. Or maybe it is working. I think obviously what I should do is not print here, but print on the other one, because then I don't know which ones it's printing. This way I'm gonna know if I'm getting the mistake there or if it's coming from the exception. Yeah, but it looks like I'm getting the mistake on the conversion. The string comes as I think I'm gonna erase this and I'm gonna print this thing here, because I think it comes with the B already before the string. It's not even. So it might be better to check if it is binary instead of checking if it is in a string. Because I think this might be an error that I'm getting from this method here. So I think I'm also gonna, yeah, because I'm printing the address, and so these are mistakes actually. It's not coming from this thing here. I'm pretty sure. But it's still, yeah. But I'm still not getting any symbol from when it's binary, which is weird. So I'm gonna print this thing here. No, it has to be contractual actually. Yeah, but then that's the issue. So let me think. I think I'm gonna do the other way around, it's probably better. How to check if Python object is type binary. I'm not really sure if it's binary or not, or if it's just... Oh, I think I can look at the ABI. If it is bytes. It's not binary, it's bytes. But the weird thing is that it should be catching because it isn't a string, so maybe I can use the debugger instead of running the code. So what if I change this equals bytes? Bytes. And the other thing, I also need to see this balance thing. Python int too large converts. Yeah, so it looks like this is working, but it's never hitting this bytes thing, which is weird. Oh, because I'm using the token contract, that's the thing. And I'm using with the API for string. Yeah, that's the problem. The logic is off because I have to be this is the issue. I think whenever I put on the API, it's gonna be the format that is gonna try to get. That's the problem. So I can't use the name to check because it's already assuming the format. So when I put the API to string, all of them are gonna be strings, even the ones that actually have bytes on the name, on the actual contract. So one thing I can do is actually I can declare this here. Got this off here. Off here. And I'm gonna print I just want to see the difference. So it just looks like if I use a string for all of them, then it works. The one thing that is weird though is that I was getting maker on the first one and Uniswap and some other ones, but now I'm not seeing them here when I was doing the binary stuff. Or maybe is when after I decode it. But I think probably if I just use strings, I'm probably fine. Yeah, it's just weird that now I'm not getting the information that I was getting before. I don't remember exactly what I was doing different. Maybe just because of the way that I structured the JSON file now. Bytes. Let's do it like this. And it's still the same thing. That's weird. But I think I'm gonna use strings. It's probably better. It looks like most of them use strings. Yeah, what I just thought about as well is that another thing that I can do now that I have this API for EC20 tokens, I can try to construct a contract from the transactions on the blockchain, and then just make a check to see if they are ERC20, and then I can get the information from all the blocks once I have all the blocks, and I can do. In case I can't get the transaction history directly, I can just do this method. I'm actually gonna have the name, so I don't even need to make the check. I can just get the address based on the name from the data frame. And then I can filter the transactions on the blocks based on that, on that address. And do whatever I want, get the history or the balances. So I think I'm gonna use the string here. And then I'm gonna have to see if I can fix these mistakes here. These other ones. Maybe some of them don't allow to get some of the information, or the information doesn't exist on the contract. And this other one, I'm pretty sure the difference. So I think I'm just gonna use the strings for now. And then maybe later, because it's more important to have the information and do the animation stuff than to worry about the small details here. So I can just erase this, I think. The same for this one. I can use big number to convert the balance. That's the thing. Nice. Yeah, so now I'm gonna figure out how to convert this from big number. How to convert way Twitter in Python. how to use big number value. I'll use big number in Python. Maybe I should search in a different way. How to handle big integers. So the problem is, maybe I should search for the problem as well. Python int too large to convert to C. Size D is a type, a data type, on C++ at least. It's probably the same in C. And assume that it handles different sizes. And the method for conversion that I'm using here from Web3 doesn't. It uses that in the background. String int decimal dot decimal. Return from way number uint. So this is the actual function. Takes a number of way and converts it to any other iter units. If unit.loader not in units, raise value. If number is 0, return 0. Local contents. It's easier to I also have to check what type of value does this return the balance of. What is the units that balance off? Python turns. And maybe we can look in the documentation. Token contract we are using start with a single account which we refer to. Decimals. So it makes the division based on decimal. It doesn't say the type. And this units are so annoying. Maybe you can find on the here. I'm getting the decimals. That's the thing. Token decimal. So is maybe is token balance divided by token decimal? Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to get in dollars as well. It's probably better to get in the unit of the token. But then I will be getting in Ethereum. But I think that's better than getting from dollars. Not sure though. And the price is really confusing to understand because it's also not directly related to the reserves. There's an extra step to get the price, which is to take the derivative. What is the unit? That's counts versus I'm not sure how to search for this.
What a way to drop a bombshell, baby. Guess you really didn't think I'd find out. In the silence,
How to convert maybe. So I guess the decimals is because 1 Ethereum is probably 10 to the 18 way. So the decimal value is how much. Yeah, so 1 ETH equals 10 to the amount of way, which is the decimals. No, it's probably the other way around. Yeah, 1 divided by... I'm not sure though. Yeah, here just timestamp the.
I'ma have to take a mug shot, baby. What you doing? Tell me, coming on out here. On my knees, I'm praying. In the room on the floor with the lights on. Close in the kitchen, I'ma light it and leave it for you. Holding up my heart and head. Falling out of love again. Yeah. Falling on my in bed.
I'm not sure what is the standard way as well to keep track of values if it's using ether, the ether value. Because that's another problem. Because if I get the balance in the ether amount, it's gonna depend on the price of ether to get the fluctuations. Yeah, but I don't think it matters that much. And maybe it does, because if I do it for other protocols, it's probably gonna be a different parameter. Yeah, but it doesn't matter as long as I keep track of the fluctuations of the token, the common denominator that I decide to use for each protocol. And then I can get the price for each one. I can use the USD as the common denominator between all the protocols. Yeah. Maybe if I just look at the library directly, see if there's anything here. I think I'm gonna read the documentation. Big number. Actually, this one looks interesting as well. Which can work with arbitrarily large numbers. In Python, this type is called long and separate. And maybe the problem is not Python, it is... Oh, I should search for the mistake. But it's the conversion that the Web3 library does. Keep opening the wrong one. Great. No answer. So it might be the type. So it might be the symbol and not the thing. Or one easy way to see if it is just by commenting this out and then running again to see if I'm getting the error. So it's not the conversion. Yeah, types bytes 32. Oh, I understand what's going on now. Because I'm using the ABI as a string, whenever it's creating the contract, is giving me this mistake. Now I get it. So it's not the conversion. So it tries to create a contract with the string as the name, but then since it's bytes 32, it gives me this Python into large converts. So let me think. I think I'm gonna take a break and think about this, and then I'll come back once I figure it out. Yeah, but after I do this stuff, then I'm gonna copy, do the same thing for the reserve contract. I think I'm gonna create a new data frame, which is just gonna be a lot better, I think, a lot easier. I use this information here, and then I put whatever whatever I want, these columns here in the new data frame. And then I think about the structure that I'm gonna use for these extra things here. And then once I have that data frame, then I'm gonna use that data frame to create another two data frames with then I'm gonna have to think about it, how I'm gonna get the historical fluctuations of the reserves values, the reserve amounts, and the amounts of tokens for each one. And if I can't do it just directly with Web3, and if I have to research based on the blocks, then I'm not gonna do it right now because I think I want to have at least 2 million blocks. Yeah, the other thing that I have to see actually, that I'm gonna have to think about is because I think I've reached the limit in the CSV file on the block numbers, the block informations. So I'm gonna have to see how to use SQL databases instead. First, how to convert the CSVs that I have into SQL. I think first I'm gonna do everything on CSVs because it's easier. I just when I have all the information, so I can do the other stuff while I get the information for the blocks. Then I'm gonna see how to convert the CSV from CSV for SQL database. And then after I figure that out, then I'm gonna probably do directly for CSV for SQL format instead of putting on a CSV. Yeah, I don't think this information is gonna be. Maybe I just use the blocks for. Just use a scale out for the blocks. Yeah, so I'm gonna take a break and then probably be back today. So see you.